Hello everyone. In this tutorial, I'm going to talk a bit more about how teachers and instructors can view overall class progress. So when I come to my dashboard, I'm going to click right here, the fourth tab from the left, Classes Summary. And again, I can select any of my classes that I have previously organized. So let's say I'm sticking to my February class. What I can do is for this class, it will give a list of all the tests that have been um, attempted by students. So let's say I pick College Board Test 1. For each test that has been attempted by all the students in the class, I can get class diagnostics per section of each test. So let's say College Board Test 1, and I look at the writing section, so I click View. And what this does is it goes through all the writing questions on the test. It gives the question number and the topic that it covers. It tells me how many students have answered that question. So just another way of basically saying how many students have taken that test. And then what it'll do is it'll say how many students got those correct. So, and you can organize it. Here it's organized from hardest questions, or I guess worst performing questions, to all the way at the bottom. You have many questions where everyone in the class got the answer correct. This diagnostic is a very powerful way for a teacher to gauge where the class as a whole needs work. So, for example, if I'm an educator and I'm have limited class time, I would know, okay, I definitely want to go back and go over question 38 because nobody in the class got that correct. Similarly, I might want to go over question 2 or question 19 or question 6 because maybe like only one third of the class got that right, and I would like to increase that number. Reversely, it's also a great way to kind of look at the bottom and say, okay, maybe questions like number 4 or number 13 or number 36 are ones that I don't necessarily have to waste time, or not necessarily waste time, but spend time in class going over because clearly everybody in the class got that question correct. So it's a great way for teachers to make sure that any SAT prep class they conduct is as efficient as possible, rather than going over the entire writing section of the test when there are a series of questions that maybe people don't need help on as students. The educator can hone in on exactly which questions, excuse me, seem to pose the greatest amount of concern and difficulty for students, and specifically devote their time and resources to those questions using this very powerful classroom diagnostic.